Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm seeing there be a bit of a delay that's being dealt with, whether you are delaying something or somebody else is delaying something. I'm definitely seeing that be connected with something that's going on here, so it can feel like the line is getting held up a little bit. The first card that we have out is King of Cups, which is about, among many other things, like managing emotions. That can be part of it too, like not losing your temper, keeping it calm, keeping it chill, not because you're bypassing, not because you're pretending you don't have feelings, but more so being in a place where you are looking at everything that's going on and you are not losing yourself over it, but finding good, effective ways of grounding and being present and continuing to hold this space. The talent of King of Cups is connected with being able to be present to it all while also still staying connected with our center. So that means that we are feeling everything, that we are making moves in response to what's going on. Because King of Cups is not just about being stoic and ignoring the things that are happening. That's more of a shadow King of Cups. King of Cups is somebody that's going to be like psychologically and emotionally advanced, and where we can really find ways to cope and deal with anything and everything, and that we are reflective and that we are staying tuned and present, and we're not being just reactive to what's going on within our environment, and we're not running away from it either. We are standing there, we are being present, we are finding a way to anchor ourselves through the energy. It's like no matter how much the boat is kind of tilting and shifting around, we are somehow still remaining standing. And not letting our emotions get the best of us. Maybe this is something that you've been working on lately, is to not be reactive. You know, like rather than feeling like you're a slave to your emotions, whatever they may be, however big they may be, it feels like not allowing that to like ruin what it is that you have going on. Because this feels like building, you're doing things within your life right now, and if you were to be reactive, it could be like tearing this whole thing down. But instead, finding ways to center and ground and continue doing the work that you've been doing. And seeing an Ace of Swords, seeing Queen of Wands, maybe you've accomplished something at this point where you feel like you've gotten a hold on things. Not like lost yourself to some sort of process here, but maybe more so found yourself. This can also be helping you to like kind of find your confidence too, recognizing that you can maneuver through difficult situations in ways that don't make you feel badly about yourself, like don't leave you feeling badly about yourself, which I think really comes from us like handling things in a way that isn't really in alignment. This feels like you've been maybe moving through something kind of challenging here, but you have not like taken things apart in a way where it feels like it would kind of ruin what you have going on, and that you can also feel like pretty clear-headed regardless of the circumstances that you're in. I'm seeing you be somewhat level here, and I think that that is giving you, I don't know, like kind of lending itself to having some good feelings about yourself. I'm seeing there be a new chapter that is beginning. I'm seeing you be in tune. I'm seeing you be connected with this. That doesn't mean that you don't feel impacted by the things that you're going through, because I'm seeing you you're not feeling particularly happy about some things that have been going on. May not really be what you've preferred for things to be, but at the same time, I'm not seeing it be messing with you in a way where you can't see past that, you can't see beyond that, you're kind of trapped within that, and the only way to move through it is to kind of like destroy things that you don't really want to destroy within your life. So even though you are having a new chapter, I'm seeing it feel like almost anticlimactic a little bit, is the feeling that I'm getting from this. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups looking at the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of like side-eyeing this new chapter a little bit that's happening, but also learning how to stick with the process even when you feel let down, when you feel disappointed, when things feel, again, anticlimactic is more the feeling that I'm getting from this. Maybe you're also looking for some like stimulation or excitement, because we also have Queen of Wands be here too. And this can be the part of us that like we're looking to connect and receive things that kind of stir up passion or intrigue or connection for us. We want a little bit of excitement. We want some fun. It feels like you got some heavy energetic homework. So even though technically you are in a new chapter, and I am seeing you definitely be level-headed, at the same time it can be like not one of your favorite chapters that you've been moving through. But I'm not seeing you, I'm seeing that you've been working on something. And that you have not destroyed whatever this is that you've been working on, even though you may not feel the happiest with what's unfolding currently. It feels like this new chapter that's beginning, and immediately there's something that you're looking at within it and not feeling happy about it. But I'm also seeing you continue to do what you've been doing here. So yeah, I'm getting this feeling again of like not losing yourself to something, even though it may not be going exactly how you want it to be going. And that can be part of what you're learning, is how to kind of keep it steady regardless of what's going on and how happy or sad you feel about things that are happening. It even seems like there's something that maybe you feel like you need to kind of uphold. Maybe there's a standard here or something that feels important to you. I'm also seeing there's be something connected with like commitment and devotion when it comes to what you're working on, and also it's not only what you're working on, but it's how you're showing up for what you're working on and making sure that you stay connected with whatever like code this is that's important to you, especially when times are challenging emotionally. Because you know, it's when you're happy about things, you know, it's so easy to show up and be in a good mood, whatever. Like, what about when you're upset with things? What about when you're disappointed? What about when you're sad? What about when there's this like lackluster feeling or like an emptiness or whatever it may be? What about then though? Like, are we still showing up? Are we still being flexible with the process, or are we getting reactive because we don't like the way we're feeling about something? We don't prefer to feel that way, and then we just want to burn the whole thing down. And like having Taurus be the only zodiac that's here, Taurus is a sign connected with a sense of commitment and endurance, enduring through hardship and difficult times because we're working on things that we genuinely value, and transient emotions are not going to cloud our vision of the bigger picture of what it is that we're doing, and it's not going to have us stepping outside the lines of our integrity when it comes to the way that we are showing up. So this can be something that's kind of coming to the forefront now as a theme, how you handle things on the emotional front, on the psychological front, and then kind of like the integrity and the quality with which you show up within, like reflective of your values and what you deem as being appropriate. I think too that this is like you maintaining this station that you're tuned to. I think it's helping you come out of a difficult time when you have not been so pleased, especially on the emotional front, with what's been taking place. Having Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck, you can feel like you're at a bit of a crossroads right now. It feels a little bit like I don't totally know what's gonna happen beyond this point. I feel like something like kind of surprising is going to be happening. But you can feel like this has kind of drained your optimism a little bit. What's been going on? Yeah, whatever this was that's been happening, it has not been easy for you to stay grounded through the process, yet I'm seeing you be grounded, I'm seeing you be level-headed. What you're working on is important. What's been going on recently feels like it could have possibly sidetracked you, but I'm seeing that it has not sidetracked you, but it could have possibly. So I think that you can be maybe like seeing your strength within this process of like you being the one that's kind of remaining in control here of your response to things regardless of what's happening. Yeah, I'm seeing something about there being delays that you've been working with. Which means that it's kind of been forcing you to assess and to reflect and to be in a place of observance and awareness of what's been going on, all from a place of having to just see kind of what you're receiving. Because this feels like you're not in control of sort of what's showing up and what's happening, but what you can do is sort of like observe and get a lay of the land of this particular situation. But yeah, I'm seeing something be happening definitely on a much different time frame. And at this point, maybe you're sitting down and kind of reflecting on things as well. And like managing the emotional experience that you've been moving through. I'm seeing you have big goals, you have big dreams, you have important stuff that you've been working on. And that this isn't taking away from that. What I'm getting as far as like where this leaves you within the process is that you can be looking at what you have going on here, looking at an investment that you have, and you can be trying to figure out like whether or not, crossroads again, like do you want to stay like committed to it and do you want to continue working on this particular thing, or is it something where you want to transition to something else? Like, am I going to find what I need here? Am I going to find what I'm looking for here? Do I feel like happy and satisfied? Is there even potential for that to work? Or do I need to release this? Do I need to give it up? But I'm seeing it still feel like not an easy decision to make. It just feels like there's still stuff going on that may not allow you to make a decision on this yet. And I don't know if it's because like more stuff needs to unfold, or you don't have all the answers, you don't have all the facts, but I almost feel like you haven't been given all the puzzle pieces yet, and so it's really difficult to fully assess. You can make assumptions about things, and I think you can like guess about the trajectory of things, but you don't actually know. So there can be something here about waiting until you feel like you've seen enough to really be able to accurately assess and confidently access. And I almost feel like you may not be at that point yet. So you can be thinking about things, but you can feel like not ready to make a decision, not ready to make a move, because you need more, I think, to go off of. And that's where I'm seeing us kind of leave things. You're going to get your answers. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I'd like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.